Hi. How are you? Good. Oh, you're the two girls. Ellie and Paige. Okay. Welcome. Have a seat. Have a seat. Yeah, I'm just finishing up an email I'm sending out to another traveler. Just one second, girls. You girls want some coffee? A towel, maybe? It is raining pretty hard out there right now. Yeah. No, maybe, I don't know, 2 minutes? Yeah, it won't be long. So did you girls do any shopping while you're in the mall? Malls are really dying now, aren't they? I don't know how much longer our office is actually going to be in this mall. So, yeah, there is that. Did you girls bring your passports? Okay. Good. Good, good, good. Okay, almost done here. And sent. Okay, let me open up your email here. Paige, you're the one? Your page? Okay. You're the one that sent the email, right? Yes. Okay. Is that at Gmail? Alright, here you are. 2 weeks backpacking Europe. Yes, okay. This is the right one. Okay, so, you wanted 2 weeks backpacking Europe. This is both of your first trip abroad? Okay. And how old are you two? 20, 21? You just turned 21? Okay. You guys are going to university then. Okay. Yeah, no, I agree. I did it as well. I did it in my mid-20s. I didn't do it when I was in my early 20s, but I did go backpacking. Yes, I've done it 3 times. Okay. Okay, so for your time frame, 2 weeks, I actually made 3 potential, find the folder for you, 3 potential packages, one of which I just sold last year. Sorry, Al? That's a good question. I'm a travel agent. People that haven't traveled before, maybe don't have the time to plan a trip, they come to us, and with our expertise from traveling abroad and our general knowledge of travel, it makes it easier for us to plan trips for you guys. This might be the only time you guys ever use a travel agent. It probably will be after you do this trip. I wouldn't want you guys to make the mistake I made when I first went backpacking. No, I didn't go with a travel agent. I did everything on the fly. It was decided a couple months beforehand, and as a result, it cost me maybe $6,000 more than it should have. Yeah, I was just young, so I don't want you to make that same decision I made. A poor choice that I made. Yeah, so I mean, that's what we do. It's a small fee, it's $100 each, and I plan everything for you too. Yep. Well, not your daily activities and everything like I plan. Where you guys go, where you guys stay, what cities you guys are staying in, so on and so forth. You guys both sent me your wish lists. I could see that as well. Al, you sent me yours, right? Yeah, okay. I got your wish lists, and I made packages based on these wish lists. I have to let you girls know ahead of time that 2 weeks is not a lot of time to backpack Europe properly. So the packages I made are going to be along the lines of a small amount of countries in a lot of time, because both of you on your wish list, you want to hit as many countries as possible. So we're going to do that in a 2-week span. Most of these packages, one of them is only going to be one country, but I will try to sell you guys on that, or you girls on that as well. So with that being said, let's just get started, and I'll go through these packages I got for you too. Okay, so the first package I have for you guys is the Benelux package. That is going to be the Benelux region, which is the Netherlands, Belgium, and Luxembourg. But you're also going to start your trip in Paris, France, and end in Paris, France. I know Paris was on both of your wish lists, so you can and will hit up Paris. I've made it so that you can spend 3 full days in Paris with this trip. You, Al, wanted to see the red light district in Amsterdam. That's also on this list as well. Neither one of you really mentioned Luxembourg or Belgium. There's lots to see in these countries. They're very old, regal countries, especially Belgium. Belgium's got some nice old, regal towns. Yeah. Well, you got Bruges, Brussels, Antwerp, obviously, with the G7 meet. Yeah, it's a gorgeous country. Luxembourg as well. It's got some really, really historic castles there. It's a really tiny country. You can see Luxembourg in one day. Yeah, so that's the first package I have for you. Pros and cons. The pros are you're going to be hitting a ton of countries. Another pro is that you're not going to be doing much train travel. I don't know if that's something you guys maybe were looking forward to. Trust me, it gets old after a while, but you do never get over the convenience of having that, considering we don't have that over here. Yeah, so it's kind of neat that way. The cons is there are small countries, and in terms of the grand scheme of major European landmarks, there's not a lot outside of Paris. Obviously, that's the cultural art center of the world. There's a lot to do in Paris, which is why I've arranged you girls to have 3 full days there. And the hostels in Paris are world-renowned as well. Okay, that's the first package. That's package number 1. My second package. The second package is Italy. This is what I mean by the one country package I have for you guys. Yes, just Italy. Now you're going, I asked for 2 weeks. How are you giving me one country? There is a ton to see in Italy. I know one of you, your wish list was beaches. Obviously, girls are going in June. Beaches will be open. The swimming will be nice. You can't get much better swimming than the Mediterranean. Yes, so Italy does offer that as well. But, you both have Rome on your list as well, and you both have Venice on your list as well. You can hit up both of those cities in this time frame. I made it so that you girls would spend 4 days in Rome, which is still not enough time, in my opinion, to see everything you're going to want to see there. Yeah, it's a big city, and there's a lot of history there. You're also going to be staying a night or 2. It's up to you guys, because it's a very romantic, tiny city. We can adjust as we go. Obviously, it's your guys' trip, not mine. The city of Pisa. Yeah, Leaning Tower of Pisa. You guys will be seeing that. But it's a very romantic little city. I always, imagine myself honeymooning there. Yeah, it feels like you're just hidden among the mountains. It's such a very, very cozy city. And there's lots to see there, aside from the Leaning Tower of Pisa, but for pictures it's good. Yeah, you guys forgot about that. Yeah, no, that's there. You can see that. Up next, obviously, we have Florence, a very, very beautiful romantic city in Europe. Yes, you've seen it. The Great Basilica, all of it, it's all there. Very, very regal for an Italian city, for sure. It's probably the most regal, I would say, out of all of them. Not the oldest, but by far the most regal. Yes. And you'd be spending 3 days there as well. And then, of course, you girls would be spending 4 days in Venice. Yes. I personally, for what I like, my tastes, I wouldn't spend 4 days in Venice, but you guys both had this in your number one for your things to do or your wish list. And I really think you girls would love it, especially you two, based on, obviously there's the questionnaire sent out about what your interests are and everything else. This would be really good. Obviously, you're a social media influencer. The pictures there would be really great as well. Yeah. So there's that package. There's that. Pros and cons. Pros, you can see all of Italy, and it's one of my favorite countries in Europe. Yes. You're going in June. That's a second pro. It's going to be nice and hot there. I know. Yeah, I've seen on here you girls sunbathing, beaches. That's on one of your to-dos or wish list. You can get that done in Italy. Yes. Another pro is the train travel. Not much train travel again. If that's what you girls are looking for, you're not going to get it much there. So that's that. The con is it's only one country, obviously. So you're backpacking for 2 weeks, but you're only staying in one country. I know both you have. You want to hit as many countries as possible. Well, you're just going to be doing Italy for this one. That's a con for sure. Okay. So my last package hits up a couple of your to-do lists, but you're going to be hitting up 4 major European countries, and it's going to be Central Europe. This one, if I'm being biased, is my favorite of them all because you are going to be seeing 4 countries. You're going to be seeing Germany, you're going to be seeing Austria, you're going to be seeing the Czech Republic, and you're going to be seeing Poland. Yes. We can do that in 2 weeks. I'm going to show you girls how. So, you're going to land in Munich, and from there you're going to go to the Czech Republic, and you're going to see Prague. Prague is on both of your wish lists. Both of you wanted to see the Holocaust if possible. That is where your next stop will be. You'll be going to Krakow, Poland, and you'll be seeing the Holocaust, Auschwitz. Yes. That's a really, really important, cool thing to see, especially in this day and age, what's going on in the Middle East. That would be really good for you girls. Yes, and then from there, you're going to go to Vienna, Austria. Yeah, you're going to go through Germany again, go to Vienna, Austria. I'm going to suggest, and I have put on here, you girls will spend a day in Salzburg while you're there as well. So Vienna and Salzburg in Austria. And then you're going to finish off your trip in Munich where you started. And there's a lot to do in Munich as well. I have it. You girls have on here castles on your wish lists. Well, you're going to see Neuschwanstein in Munich. It's in the Bavaria region. It's just south of Munich. It's about an hour train ride. But you'll spend an entire day there. And again, you're a social influencer, social media influencer. The pictures there are going to be great. So that's that package I have for you girls. The pros, obviously, you're going to hit up 4 countries. It's on a lot of your wish lists. A lot of these things you see is on your wish lists for sure. I was about to say the train situation's a pro, but it's not. There's going to be a lot of training. In fact, you're going to overnight train from Prague to Krakow. So, really? You like that? Okay. Well, it's kind of nice, yeah. You'll sleep on a train. We'll get you girls a cab. Yeah, that's what that'll be like. Okay, so which one of these sounds good for you? Hey, I'm excited for you girls for all 3. You see, if you girls gave me 4 weeks instead of 2, we probably could have hit up most of your wish lists, if not all of them. I would have brought you girls right up from the south of Italy all the way up through Germany, and you girls would have ended up in Amsterdam, and you would have made your way, west to Paris as well. That's where the trip would have ended. Okay. Well, I had other ones as well. Obviously, I had the United Kingdom. Neither one of you had any of that on your European wish list. That's a little different, though. Ireland as well. Ireland would have been one trip, too. You both are thinking that? That's a good choice. No, that would have been my choice. I've actually done this trip before. Yeah, so the 4 countries you're going with. No, awesome choice, girls. You girls are going to like this. So we're going to get right on that. We're going to book your flights right now. Obviously, you got your passports. Flying in the month of June. June to end of August is tourist season in Europe. Generally, everything's more expensive. B&Bs, which you two will not be staying at, and hotels, which you two will not be staying at. Hostels are generally the same price, but airfare is a little higher. You both are union members with the Local 315, so they have a deal with our office, so we can hold prices from May till June. So I don't think the prices will be too high. I just have to contact our contacted United Airlines. Yeah. So okay, we can get started on this trip. Okay, so we are looking at June 2nd. To June 16th. You girls are all done school, obviously, by then. Okay. And you're both going to be in Toronto on the 2nd, correct? You guys got that handle yourself, okay? Okay, so the United Airlines fare I'm seeing from Toronto to Munich, it's going to be a direct flight. It's 9 hours. It's going for $2,500 right now, return. But because you guys are that union membership, you get the rates from May. So you'll be paying $1,400 return. Yep, that's with exactly. I just have to contact our Jerry. He should be in his office right now. What time is it in Montreal? Yeah, he should be there. Let me just give Jerry a call. Hi, Jerry. Yeah, it's Grock from Canada Travels. Oh, good. How are you? I'm doing pretty well. Yeah, no, it's pretty crap weather here, if I'm being honest. Jerry, I have 2 girls here that are a member of Unit 315, and want to get them flights from Toronto to Munich, United Airlines. Yep, and the flight number is 6058. Yeah, June 2nd. Okay, 7 a.m. It's a 7 a.m. flight, girls. Yep. 1 second. Okay, girls, you got your passports? Yeah, 1 second, Jerry. No, I'm talking to him right now. Okay, yep. Let me just open this up here. Okay, giving you her. Okay, this is L. Yep. Okay, 31-45M. That's for L. Okay. And Paige. Ooh, Paige, your passport expires in a year. Yeah. You've never used it? Yeah, you're gonna have to, it should be fine. You shouldn't have a problem. No, I'm just talking to Paige. Her passport's up in a year. Yeah, I had that problem with London. British Airways, exactly. I'm sure she'll be fine. She's not flying British Airways. Those guys are pricks, so. Okay, hers is 7943BA. Yep, B Bravo. Okay. Passport, girls. Yep. They're coming back on the 16th. 16th? Yep, that's correct. So hold on, Jerry. No, that's right. That's right. Okay. Yeah, so we got him for that rate. Okay. Okay, so on your flight back, girls, you're gonna have to be at the airport for 5 a.m. So you're gonna have to get up really early. Yeah, that's the only way we can get this rate. So you're gonna have to be at the airport by 3 a.m. Is that a problem? Okay. No, they say it's good. Yeah, send it over. And I'll get them to pay this right now. They're both right here, so. All right. You have a great day, Jerry. Bye. Okay, so these flights are taken care of. I will email you guys. I'll email you guys the itinerary here, and you guys can pay it. Oh, your dad's paying for you? That's nice of him. That's a birthday present. Oh, nice dad. We'll talk about that at the end. Obviously, I was not going to just send you two off to Europe. Having never been there as young as you girls are, so. Okay. So we got those flights out of the way. Okay. Yep, passports, flights, it's all taken care of. Okay, so normally, as a travel agent, I will book all your hotels and your B&Bs, if you will, your car rentals, everything else. We don't have to do that for this trip because you girls are doing hosteling. Hosteling is come in and pay as you go, so. And you don't need me for that. There are hostels literally everywhere, littered in every city you're going to be going to, so. What I will suggest, your day you land in Munich, I don't have you girls doing anything that day. That's just going to be getting over your jet lag. That's a long flight. I suggest you girls stay in a hotel that night. Yes, try to stay in a hotel because you're going to want a good sleep. You're going to be kind of winded and wiped just from the jet lag, and that jet lag might last 2 or 3 days. I'm just giving you girls a warning. When I did this trip, I felt it in Prague still, so I want you girls to have a good sleep. It feels almost like you're drained, almost like you get you'll think you have a flu or something. You don't. You're just wiped. Yeah. You may or may not get it. I don't get it sometimes, and sometimes I do. This is a long flight for your first flight overseas. I hope it doesn't ruin it for you. You girls are flying in economy, obviously. That's what you wanted. So you're going to want to stay in a hotel this first night. I would suggest Munich Station is where you girls are going to be leaving from out of the airport. So we're going to stay close to that. Actually, hang on a second here. Let me see if there's a difference. So we're going to book your train tickets right now. I'm not going to do a Europass because you girls are only going to be in 4 countries and it's a little expensive. Europasses are mostly hop on, hop off. You girls are just going to be getting on trains to go to and from the countries you're going to, so there's no need for a Europass. It'll save you girls money, and actually, so on a 4th is when you girls are departing Munich. There's a bus that's actually cheaper by a significant amount, and you actually get in Prague an hour sooner than the train. Because it's direct, there's no stops. The train, there's stops, so you're kind of looping around going to other little towns. Okay, so before we continue on, don't be afraid of buses. It's not like a Greyhound bus in America. Their buses in Europe are almost like being on a plane. You have your own seat, you have your own table at where you're sitting down, like you're sitting at an actual table, like you're on a train. They serve you. Sometimes even have hot meals. Yeah, so that's good. That or bus ticket is $80 US. Or Canadian, sorry. So, it's about €100, which is a lot cheaper than taking the train. The train is actually €150. Yeah. So take my advice on this. You girls should take the bus. I know it's not romantic taking the train, but you're going to be doing a lot of training after this. I don't think you're going to take another bus. Okay, so let's do that. Let's go ahead and book that. Al, how do you spell your last name? Or, sorry, pronounce it. Obviously, I can see it. Oh, interesting. Okay, page. Okay, so I got those. Let me just... Okay, I got those booked. Well, the way this works, Elle, is I'm going to book everything with my company credit card right now is what's happening. And I'll give you guys the bill. You guys are going to reimburse me with this email I sent out with the flights as well. And then you just pay me your $100 on this separately, both of you. That's for the services. Yeah. So I'm doing everything right now. Everything's getting booked. Okay. So you girls land in Prague. Now, you're gonna want to have euros with you, especially if you're gonna be taking cabs. They don't like to take Czech kronas there. That's their currency, but they don't. The cab drivers don't like them. They like euros, so don't even take that currency out. I should get this out of the way before we go any further. You both have credit cards. You have your dad's, and you have your own. Okay. Use your credit card as much as possible. Don't take money out if you don't have to. Obviously, back in the day, that wasn't an option for very many people. They had to take, euros out. You don't need to. Everywhere, even gift shops, they all take Visa or American money as well. But the euro's so strong, that's why they don't like it in the kronas. Yeah, they actually won't take you in a cab. Yep, I had to beg a guy to take us, and I had to pay a little more kronas just for him to take us. So if you're going to take money out, take euros out. You should only be taking euros out for your transportation in a city, which most times, if it's a big enough city, you should be taking the subways. But in this case, when you get off the train station / bus station, you're going to want to take a cab. Okay. Now, if you're in Prague, you don't want anything to do with New Prague. You want to be in Old Prague. Yeah, so the hostels you want are going to be in there. There's about 8 hostels as soon as you get into Old Prague. You can't miss them. Let me just check one for you as an example. Okay, so this one, for example, right on Main Street on Prague, it's only €20 a night. Yeah, they're cheap. They're cheap. So you two have never stayed in, obviously you've never stayed in hostels. So you've seen movies and shows and whatnot, okay? So hostels they're great places for young people to meet on trips. Because there's a lot of backpackers from around the world that are doing exactly what you two are doing. And it's like a dormitory, really. Yeah, certain hostels will have, private rooms or 2 beds. For the most part, there's going to be a private room with 2 beds, but they're going to be bunk beds. Yeah, so you'll be sharing rooms with people most of the time. It's communal bathrooms as well. Communal showers, so you got to get ready or get used to that. Yeah, you get your own showers, women and men. Exactly. I'll go through at the end what you girls should be packing in your backpacks before, one of which is going to be your own bar soap or your own body wash, but we'll get to that here in a bit. Yeah, it's going to be a great place for you guys to meet people, and it's where you should be doing your activities from in groups from this, especially your evening activities. But again, we'll get to that at the end when I give you girls kind of like your safety. Yeah, your safety spiel. Your dad's probably gave them to you already, but yeah, so 3 days in Prague is what you're going to be doing. 3 days is good, like including the day you get there. That's 1 day. You girls are leaving Munich at 7 a.m. and you'll be getting to Prague by 1 p.m. So when you're in Prague, obviously you girls have your plans on what you're going to do there. Everything you're going to see is going to be in Old Town Prague, and it's wonderful. Make sure you get the desserts, the cone. Oh, so good. Yeah. No, you girls can drink in Prague with your age. You can drink in most places in Europe. I don't think there's an age limit of 21 anywhere in Europe. I might be mistaken. In Italy, I believe you can drink at 16. Yeah. So if you girls went to bars in Italy, you could be in there with 16-year-olds. Okay, so you're going to be going to the train station on the 3rd day, or the 3rd night, and you are going to be getting on a train. Let me just book that for you girls right now. There should be a cab already available. Okay, so there's 1 cab available. Thank God we did this today. You girls would have been in a coach for that 10-hour train ride. It would have been brutal. So there's another couple on that train with you guys in that coach. It's a 4-man coach. Like 2 bunk beds. Yeah, people you meet are generally friendly, and if they're doing these trips, they're likely backpackers too. Yeah. So this is an expensive one. This is going to be €150 each for the one way. Yeah, I told you, train travel is going to be your most expensive thing with these trips, but even then, it's not that bad. Okay, I got you both on that train, on that cab. Okay, so you're going to overnight all the way to Krakow, Poland. And we're going to be staying in Krakow, Poland for 2 full days, including a day. I'll book you guys for the second day for an Auschwitz tour. This one on TripAdvisor is amazing. Okay, you guys are booked for the Auschwitz tour on the second day. About 5 hours. Yeah, you'll have time to do other things in Krakow, and there's lots to see there. It's a beautiful old city. Women are beautiful, obviously. I'm sorry for assuming. Are you two together? You're just friends, okay. You're both straight? Okay, so you would appreciate then. Yeah, there's beautiful women in Krakow. I've always been in love with Polish girls my entire life. I actually thought it was a phase. I went through it in Catholic school as a kid, but when we went to Poland, I could not find an unattractive Polish girl. Yeah, they're all so gorgeous. Good food. Lots to see there. Obviously, you girls can see Schindler's Factory. If you girls have not watched Schindler's List, make sure that is watched before you girls go to Poland. Not just for Auschwitz, but a lot of it was filmed in Krakow as well. You've seen it, you haven't? Okay, yeah, make sure you watch it. There's mobile tours as well. They'll take you through everything. Don't settle on a price for a certain region, because they'll tell you, oh, for this price we'll take you through this neighborhood, and for this higher price we'll take you to 3 neighborhoods out of the 4. No, just tell them right off the bat, I'll pay you whatever this amount is. Go halfers of what the whole thing is worth, and say for the whole thing. They'll do it then. You can really be a stickler with these guys. Like, they're good for bartering. Yeah. Okay, and when you girls are done with that, you are going to train back through Germany. This is another long train ride. This one's going to be 8 hours on a train. So make sure you pack a lot of music on your headphones and some books. Yeah, you're going to be going to Vienna, Austria. It was on both of your to-do lists. You know, not very high, but it should have been. It's a really cool, regal city. Everything's so massive and beautiful there. Like, it's one of the nicest, most imperial cities I've ever seen in Europe. Yeah, you girls are going to love it. So let me just look at that train. Okay, so this train is going to cost you girls €150 again. Or $150, 200 euro. And that is taken care of. That one leaves at 8 a.m. Yeah, you girls will make it there by supper time. And again, we're going to do 3 days. You girls are going to stay in Old Vienna. Actually, no, sorry. 2 days, 2 days. I want you girls to see Salzburg while you're there. Okay, so on the second day, you girls are going to take a train ride to Salzburg. It's a 2-hour train ride. It has a really neat old little medieval town. It's famous for being the birthplace of Mozart. You're actually going to walk down a main street and they got his window opened, where he grew up in his bedroom. And you could do the tour, you could see where he lived. But they have the window open, and it's supposed to symbolize, like, when people back in the day would walk by that street, they would hear him practicing in there. Yeah, it's really cool. There's a lot of shows you girls can see there, but I suggest the marionette show, Little Puppets. They do musicals. Sound of Music's big there because it was filmed there, so you'll see a lot of stuff for that. Yeah, spend a day there. The hostel right down in the main street area of the old town is so fun. There's nothing but laughs, and there was karaoke going on when we were there, and yeah, but that's where I would suggest you girls stay. Okay, so after that, you are going to train back to Munich, and this is where you're going to spend the majority of Munich time, your last 2 days. So there's lots to see in Munich. Mariannaplatz, obviously, is like the main area everyone goes to, especially for Oktoberfest, which is something you girls might want to look into. In September it is, but go to the Hofbrauhaus Brewery. It's an old beer house, hundreds and hundreds of years old, and have yourself a big stein of beer. Yeah, it's really, really good. The food there's good. You got white sausage, you got pork knuckle. When you're in Vienna, make sure to try Wiener Schnitzel. It's a really good delicacy there as well. Are you girls into beers? Not really. Okay, I was gonna say these countries you're going to are really, really good beer countries, especially Austria and Germany. And yeah, just relax your last 2 days. There's lots to see there. And Marienplatz is where you're spending most of your time. Yep. There's actually a river there, like that goes through the city. Not like a big rapid river, but people like to go and swim there. Yeah. So your last day there, though. Sorry, I shouldn't say relax your last 2 days. You're going to be spending the day in Neuschwanstein Castle. It's just south of there, about an hour train ride, and it's right in the Bavarian mountains. It's really beautiful. And this is the castle that inspired the Disney Castle on TV. Yeah, the logo. This is what inspired it. You girls are going to go on a tour there. You can set that up when you're there. You set it up at the ticket office right there at the base of the castle. You take like a carriage ride up into the castle, and that's very, very nice. And again, your social media influencer, really good pictures can be taken there. Yeah. So, all right, and then you girls are going to be coming back, and you're going to be flying back to Canada the next day. Again, 3 o'clock in the morning, be awake, and try to be at the airport by 3 a.m., sorry. Yeah. At 5 a.m., you're roughly 2 hours. Again, take the train station. There's a direct train station from Munich Station all the way to the bus, or all the way to the airport. Don't take a cab. It'll be too much. Yep. It's like €5 or something to take a train. That far? Yeah, maybe even €3. Yeah, that's what I would do. Make sure you're staying near the train station. When you're in Munich, there's a ton of hostels right outside the doors of the train station. Just go and stay in one of those hostels. Okay. So now that we have that out of the way, your girls, your trip is planned. We're going to talk about, first off, your backpacks. I think I gave you both. Yeah, Mountain Equipment Co-op is where I told you girls to go. Your backpacks are going to cost you about $200. I sent this out in an email. Go there because they're going to fit you there. Yeah, you're going to be fitted. They'll put them on. They'll show you how to strap them properly. They'll put weights on them so you girls, you know how they feel with weight, the weight you're going to be carrying. Yeah. And they'll have you walking around there. They have all sorts of like stairs and hills and everything. You'll find the one that fits best for you, and I'm pretty sure they got lifetime warranty. Like the one I bought in 2013, I still use. I've used it 3 times so far for certain trips. Yeah. Well, you're going to want back support and everything else too, right? So, yeah, just head there. Okay, so once you get that out of the way, we can talk about what you should be packing. Now, you mentioned in your email, you camp with your dad lots, and you're wondering if it's possible to camp there. It is possible to camp. The only thing with camping is you got to lug a tent around with you. You can get a tiny 3-man tent. You can attach it to your backpack for sure. That's not a realm of possibility. It can get a little bulky, but you're going to have to pack pillows too then. So you should be packing your own sleeping bags, especially if you're hosteling. I already said that in the email. We're going to count that for your weight. Compact sleeping bag. You shouldn't be using hostel sleeping or bed. You'll get bed bugs. I got bed bugs once, and it almost ruined a trip for me from a hostel. Yeah, my legs, red spots everywhere. It was brutal. It actually was in Germany. So you should be packing your sleeping bag for sure. And then you would need pillowcase covers. I told you pillowcase covers. Have one. So you just swap out the pillow that they give you at the hostel and you put that on top. Yeah, that's what I would do. You also need to do it too. You can use the hostel blankets if you want. I always use the sleeping bag blanket. Yeah, especially after the incident with bed bugs. Okay. So, if you're going to go camping, like I said, you both need pillows. It's up to you girls. Most places have camping spots, and a lot of backpackers just camp in woods or parks, and a lot of times no one says anything. You would just set your tent up, sleep overnight, and then go. You won't be able to make a fire. That's the only thing. But you should be packing at least a week's worth of underwear and socks. Yeah, because every hostel you stay at's going to have a laundry machine, laundry services. Most of them anyway, most decent ones. Yeah, so you can wash your underwear and everything. You're going to have, I'm not telling you wear underwear for a whole week, dirty underwear, no. You're going to be using a laundromat. Pack soaps, bar soap, or body wash. I personally would use bar soap because it doesn't get crushed, and body wash, shampoo will get crushed. Shampoo, little travel size ones, like I said. Keep them all in plastic bags in case they do break. What else should you girls be bringing in terms of, well, if you're not camping, I think that's pretty much it. Like a week's worth of clothes. You girls are going in June, so I'm not going to worry too much about wet weather. If you girls were going to be going to Great Britain or Ireland, we would pack for that, but I wouldn't say no. Or I wouldn't say that. Pack good walking shoes, because a lot of what you girls are going to be seeing is walking. Don't worry about evening clothing, like dresses or anything else. Maybe pack one dress if you girls really want to. Are you girls think you're going clubbing? You are. Okay, maybe pack a dress each. And again, you can clean it, right? So you're likely not going to be going to clubs every night you're in a city. If you are in the same dress, I'm sure no one's going to notice. But then again, it's going to look silly with shoes, with walking shoes. Yeah, unless you want to pack heels, but it could add bulk to your backpack. Yeah, it's up to you. It's your guys' trip, so. Okay, and yeah, you're gonna want your neck devices for sleeping. I don't know what the hell they're called. Your neck pillows. Have those as well. Not just for the flight, but for the trains as well, because it will get boring after a while. Yeah, make sure you have your MP3 player, your iPhones with your music on there. Now we're gonna get into the other part of my advice. Number one is you should be getting a European SIM card. That should be your number one priority, so you girls are always on the grid and always available to call for help or call somebody back home, whatever it may be. You can get those at any kiosk as soon as you land in Munich. Just go to any store, convenience store, and just ask them for a European SIM card. They're probably going to cost you girls about $100 for a week. Yeah. It depends. For calls and everything else, data, you'll have a certain number. I don't think I used up my data when I was there. We were using pretty much it for GPS. Yeah. And there goes another reason, GPS. So you can put in wherever you need to go and just walk there or take a train there. Yeah. Alright, so let's talk about safety, because you two are very young girls and you're going to a country, multiple countries for the first time. You're going to be in another continent away from your parents, and it could get quite scary. And I'm not going to lie to you and say it's all sunshine and rainbows and everything's going to be fine over there. It likely will, or probably will be anyway, for sure. Just, you have to be careful, especially if you're young, women, and you're foreign. So predators will see that. So there are precautions you girls can take. Hostels. Every hostel you go to will have community boards, and they'll say, we're going to the club tonight, meet up here at 8 p.m., and you guys will all go together. You girls both look like you're sociable people, so that's where you meet people and have fun. You'll make such great memories at hostels, and when you travel together, you'll feel safer, and you will be safer. Predators are looking for people who will not target, a girl in a group of 10 people, but they can, and this is where, my advice is going to come in from. I always say when it comes to Europe travel, not just with girls, with guys as well, if it's too good to be true, it likely is. So, you have a beautiful model approach you, male or female, whatever it may be, enticing you, and it seems a little too good to be true. It probably is. Because you two are girls, it's even more dangerous, because trafficking in Europe is really, it's really high. A lot of girls go and travel to Europe, they don't come back. So, not really the countries you're going to, but still, it's possible and it has happened. So you have to be careful. Just watch your drinks, never leave your drinks unattended. If someone's being suspicious, really keep an eye on them and stay with a group of people. Don't ever walk home alone. None of that stuff. No, it happens. Well, it does happen to men. They don't get trafficked, obviously. What happens is they get lured to places from girls, and they get robbed when they get there. Yeah. That's going to be my other piece of advice. Your passports. Make sure that your passports are always in lockers. Every hostel has a locker, and in the lock you guys should pack your own, actually. And you lock up your passports so no one can take them from you, because believe me, the last thing you want when you're over there is to have to go to the Canadian embassy because you lost your passport and you're stuck in that country for the time being until they can get you a temporary one, right? Which could take a week, 2 weeks, It's going to cost you money to stay there longer than you expected, especially if you have a job. Yeah. Well, the reason I say that is because when your passport expiring in a year, most countries won't let you in if it's under 6 months, because they're worried you're not going to leave. Like for me, you heard me talking to Jerry on a phone. It actually happened to me in 2015. I couldn't get into country Italy because my passport was expiring in a year, and the Canadian embassy even, because I had to spend an extra day in London over it. They're like, no, it's a year, not 6 months. So they called British Airlines and said it's a year. It shouldn't be a problem. British Airlines was like, no, unless it's a return flight, because it was a one-way. So all in all, in the end, I had to buy a return flight and get it reimbursed, because I wasn't going to fly back, and it cost me, I can't remember, like $1,500, and I had to wait for it to come back into my account. It took like 2 weeks, so that was a pain in the ass. But yeah. So you girls are actually all set. You look like smart kids. You're not going to make those mistakes, I don't think. Yeah, you seem really responsible. Just be safe. If you're going to go over there and have fun, you're young, have fun. Just watch out. Like I said, there are predators out there. And be safe. I'm even talking sex-wise. Just use protection. You're in foreign countries, and they don't have the same hygienes as we do, perhaps. And you never know, right? There's some people that just pray and they live on that kind of stuff. That's the worst thing you want to get coming a trip like that. Exactly. Okay. But I think you girls are all set. Again, I forwarded the email to you, Paige. Yep. You both just, like I said, pay that off or send that payment through, and then obviously you both have $100 for the company. Okay. I really think you two are going to enjoy this trip. Yeah, I'm really excited for you, because this is where it starts, the travel bug. So, like I said, you probably won't need me after this. You'll be able to make your own plans and plan your own trips. So, okay. That was nice meeting both of you. Okay, girls, stay safe. Enjoy your trip. Bye.